Alrighty, is this live? Is this live? Okay. Time to pull up my YouTube. I'm gonna drag that out actually. Okay. 1 second. Let's do that. Alright. Okay, gotta switch tabs. How do I do that? Okay. What I might do. Open that one. Alright. So I think I'm gonna let's see how I do this. Here, why don't I just drag the other tab into here? There we go. Alright, is that visible? There we go, okay. Alright. This is me reacting to what I need to do before I take my test, so here we go.
Some drivers on their road test just go around the block and then end up back at the DMV. Unfortunately, hear those words of terror. You failed. They committed a dangerous action, and it was an automatic fail on their driver's test.
Oh boy.
The top 10 automatic fails.
Automatic fails, guys.
If you don't do this, then you can be successful in passing your driver's test first time.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
Back with that information.
Alright, I'm sticking around. Oh, they have chapters. That's wonderful. Okay, let's just skip to what we need to know. How do I don't know how to do that actually, never mind. Most replayed. Wait, not stopping emergency. Okay, let's go here.
If you don't stop immediately for...
Alright, emergency vehicles. Not stopping immediately. Okay.
For an emergency vehicle, you will fail your driver's test.
Let me just double check that my volume is working and it's not like absurdly loud and
this white van, had it been on test, would have automatically failed because it didn't stop before the
Alright, I'm back.
intersection. If you're sitting in an intersection, it might be best just to stay put where you are. Otherwise, move to the closest shoulder and stop.
Okay.
Yellow lights, red and yellow lights mean exactly the same thing on a driver's test.
Oh.
To a stop if you
Okay, that's good to know.
Proceeding through the intersection and the examiner looks up.
Alright, I'm back.
And sees the light turn red as you're moving.
Oh boy.
Intersection.
Oh yeah, okay.
Here in this example, you will fail.
Oh, I don't want to do that. Okay.
Ran a red light.
That's very good to know.
Intersection you can't clear. If there's congestion, do not enter the intersection if you can't move completely out of the intersection on the other side. Stop behind the stop line, wait for the traffic to move up, and then proceed through the intersection.
Wait, let's run that back.
Can't move completely
out
of the intersection on the other side.
Yeah.
Stop behind the stop line, wait for the traffic to move up, and
Hold on, my dog wants to get out. 1 second. Alright.
Through the intersection. If you get stuck in the
intersection
and the light turns red, that's an automatic fail on a driver's test. If there's a side street and the traffic is backed up, you have to stop before the side street to allow traffic to proceed. If you pull forward and block that cross street, you are blocking an intersection and it's an automatic fail.
Oh, okay. That's good to know too.
Speeding in a school zone when school is in session is an automatic fail on a driver's test. Practice in and around the test center and locate the school zones and know where they are and triple check that you are not speeding. It's okay to go a couple of miles an hour less than the posted speed limit in the school speed zone.
Alright.
As well, watch out for playground speed zones. If you speed in these, that too is an automatic.
Oh boy, okay.
Action
good to know, good to know.
Regulatory signs, stop signs, speed signs, moving over to the right lane. These are all examples of regulatory signs. If you
Hold on, I need to run that back. Hold up.
Action contrary to a regulatory.
Okay. Not stopping at stop signs, speeding, driving in left lane. Oh yeah, of course. At least in the U.S., you drive in the right lane. Stop signs, you obviously have to stop at them. Speeding, I've heard it's an instant fail as well. So I gotta make sure I'm going under the speed limit.
Stop signs.
All right.
Signs. Moving over to the right lane. These are all
Oh yeah.
regulatory signs. If you roll through a stop sign, that is an action contrary to a regulatory sign, and you will fail your driver's test. Speeding, keeping up with traffic flow, or staying in the left lane for more than a few blocks before moving over to the right lane.
Oh, that's huge. So you can't just sit in the left lane forever. They do want you in the right lane. Okay, that's huge. Cause I know like the left lane is passing lane, but yeah, that is huge. I didn't think of that.
All of these will cause you to fail your driver's
Wow,
test.
you fail it from that.
This video is made possible by the course package. Pass your driver's test first time, because we know that your driver's test is the most stressful day of your life, and without
Yeah.
some form of driver training, your chances of passing
Wow, less than 50%.
are less than 50%. As a bonus, we'll include both the defensive and winter driving smart courses. These will make you a safer, smarter driver and reduce your chances of being involved in an accident.
We're getting sold the course. Oh man.
Details.
Charging pedestrians and not giving the right of way to pedestrians who are crossing the street. This red car here is charging the pedestrians. That's an automatic fail. As well as charge pedestrians
Makes sense. Makes sense.
turn. That too is an automatic fail on a driver's test, and you will not be successful. It'll be a very short drive.
That makes sense though. That's yeah, that's not too hard to do. Just don't run into people or go too close to people. If you see people, just wait.
This vehicle here is charging the pedestrian on the left-hand turn.
I know. I see what that means. Okay.
If a pedestrian is crossing against the light and the light turns green and the pedestrian is still in the intersection, simply take your foot off the throttle, pause, wait for the pedestrian to attain the curb, and then proceed.
That makes sense. I mean, you don't want to hit the pedestrian or anything. So it's always good when you don't run people over. All right.
You can see the pedestrians are still in the intersection when the light turns green. Simply pause, wait for them to clear the intersection. If you do what this car did, it's an automatic fail. The curb when parking or knocking the examiner out of his or her seat is also an automatic fail on a driver's test. If you touch the curb and readjust, that's okay. But if you strike the curb or push the back wheel up over the curb, that will be a fail on your.
That's actually going to be really hard. I feel like especially with parallel parking, that's a tough thing to do.
Driver's test. Striking a fixed object.
Like it's hard to get it like perfect. And they also don't want you too far from the curb, so that's going to be a tough time.
When you're parking, turning, or backing for the purposes of your driver's test is an automatic fail. So when you're reverse stall parking, make sure that you stay out a little bit so that you don't hit the concrete barrier often found behind the parking spaces or the fence or whatnot. If you do
Yep.
that, automatic fail. The Ohio maneuverability test or parallel parking with cones, if you strike a cone, that is the same thing.
Oh, okay. I mean, it makes sense because if you hit a car in real life, that's bad. But yeah, speaking of parallel parking, boy, that's gonna be tough.
As striking a fixed object, and if you do that for the purposes of your driver's test,
Oh,
automatic
that was
fail. In
bad.
the state of Ohio, this really sucks because then you have to take the online course before you can attempt the on-road
Oof.
again. So go slow, make sure that you know where the cones are when you're parallel parking or doing the Ohio maneuverability test. Turning right on a red light. Yes, you can turn right on a red light for the purposes of your driver's test, but you must first come to a complete stop at the correct stopping position before you proceed.
Oh, makes sense.
To the intersection of the light turns yellow and you proceed with your right turn, you will fail your driver's
Okay,
test.
so same thing. It's like even if it's yellow, you have to treat it like it's red every time. That's really good. Really good to know.
Yellow and red are the same color for the
Oh, why did you even speak? He just said it.
purposes of your driver's test. You can see here.
Oh yeah.
The first car proceeds on the red light after stopping at the correct stopping position.
Oh yeah.
These subsequent vehicles simply come up and proceed. One of them doesn't even come to a complete stop before proceeding around the corner here, the white vehicle here. If you do what this white vehicle just did on a driver's test, you will not be successful. They did not come to a complete stop.
Okay.
Before
So like complete stop. Gotta make sure it's 0 every time.
stop line, and check for pedestrians and
It's good.
traffic. Dangerous action. If another vehicle has to take an evasive action or you have incorrect lane positioning, that is an automatic fail on a driver's test. Lane positioning here, you can see the vehicle in the intersection, not really sure what they're doing, and they're kind of all over the place. That would be an automatic fail on a driver's test. And sometimes it can be discretionary according to the examiner, but if you take a driving lesson with a driving instructor or take the course over at the Smart Drive Test website, these will help you out. As well, turning right and then drifting over into the left-hand lane, you cut off another driver, be guaranteed it's going to be a short trip back to the DMV.
Yeah.
Hang on there 1 sec.
Wow. Okay, that was very informative. Let's do this. Parallel parking with cones. And then, let me also check chat. Not much there. Okay. Alright. How to parallel park between cones, part 1. Let's do this one. I started watching this one earlier, so.
Hi there, Smart Drive. 3 seconds. Now, how to do this. So we come up here and we line up the vehicle so we're about 2 to 3 feet.
Yeah, you gotta signal before you go up. I learned that one the hard way. Gotta do that.
Away from the pylon at the front, and essentially what we want to do, it's the same as in the other parallel park video. We want to bring it so we can see that pylon through the back window right at the back corner there, and you can see that in the image there where you want to line that up. Okay, we put our signal on to the right, put the vehicle into reverse because we want the reverse lights to activate right away, and we're ready to back up. Now on this one, it's a lot easier because you don't have to pick out a 45-degree parallel. All you need to do is turn the steering wheel all the way to the right, and then when you see the 2 pylons in the back, that.
Yeah, okay. I'm kind of curious about like, cause you can move your mirrors, so I'm not sure if this is like discretionary, like if the side, like oh it's far enough, but maybe it's like when it's lined up with your bumper. We'll see what he says.
When you know to straighten your steering wheel out. So we start to back up, we turn the steering wheel all the way to the right, and we back up when we walk this mirror here. And as we're backing up, we're almost there. We can see the 2 pylons now in the mirror here. You can see that in the image. When you can see the 2 mirrors, we straighten our steering wheel out, and we bring this pylon.
Oh, straighten it out. Okay.
All the way, so it's just past the pillar on the front of the vehicle here. And when that's on the
Just past the pillar. What's the pillar? Okay.
pylon, all the way, so it's just past the pillar on the front.
Just past the pillar here. Let's just give it a pause here. And okay, just past the pillar. Is this the pillar? The thing on the right side? It must be. Unless the front of the passenger pillar on the front of the. I think closed captions are.
Pillar on the front of the vehicle here. And when that's on the front of the pillar, we turn the steering wheel all the way to the left, and we nice and easy, gently bring it back, and we look behind us so we don't drive into the pylons. And when the vehicle, and you want to stop and pause and look and make sure that you're straight forward here. As you're straight forward here, that's when you put it into a forward gear, and we pull up. We straighten our steering wheel out, and we drive forward until we're just close.
All right, let's skip to this.
On the curve, the cone, and that's all there is to it.
Conclusion.
Review of parallel parking between cones for the purposes of passing a road test. All of the landmarks, all of the same techniques and skills that you saw in the parallel parking video behind another vehicle apply to parking between cones. The only difference is the reference points are a little bit different. You still want to pull up so you see the first cone at the front up here in the passenger side back door window, and you can see that in the image here where you.
All right, this one's definitely worth practicing, so I'll have to remember that. Oh, it's already there. A reverse 90.
So we move
Jeez, that was loud.
2 spots further away from the spot where we want to park.
Alright.
And we line up our mirror with the line. From inside the car, it should look something like this. If you have a bigger than average car, align the mirror a bit after the line. And if you have a smaller car, align it a bit before the line. Now we turn the steering wheel completely to the right, and we do our verifications to the left before backing up, central mirror, side mirror, and blind spot. More on that later. So now, we back up until the car is straight. When the car is straight, we turn the wheel 1.5 turns to the left to straighten the wheels, and
Yeah, I think this is I need the cones here. Oh, 147. That's not a long video at all. Alright. This might be the last one This one's so quiet.
Now this part can be intimidating for some students, which is why we want to walk you through the steps. We will provide this hands-on training during lesson number 2. Now the first step as we approach our space is to activate our right turn signal. Now keep in mind we want to have a full car's width between our car, the passenger side of our car, and the lines that we're going to be parking within.
Okay.
This gives us a reference on how far we want our vehicle to be pulled out from the space. Now the next step is we're going to turn our wheels all the way to the right. Now as we start backing up, we shift the cone to the left very quickly. The pivot cone is the cone that's closest to us. We want to rotate the vehicle around the cone nice and slow, controlled, and smooth. Now as our car starts to straighten out, meaning the car is parallel to the lines, the parking lines, we're going to stop, straighten our wheel, and back the car slowly into the space. Now remember, anytime you're backing up, you're looking over your shoulder, you're checking your mirrors, making sure you have good space management to the left and to the right of the car. That's all there is to it. It's as easy as that. Now students tend to think if they practice 2 or 3 times before their road test, they will have this down. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. We would like to see you get out 1, maybe twice a week over the course of the 10 to 12 months of training.
Uh-oh.
Only with this type of
I skipped that
practice will you
step.
have the proficiency needed to do this successfully on your.
Practice once or twice a week. Well, I am the person doing it right before the road test, so yeah. All right. Well, you know what? This was very informative. I think that's gonna be it for the live stream here. I just want to make sure it's working. Okay. Well, see you guys later.